if you had a job where you come to work and people clap for you, it would change your entire mood.
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Or you can grow a conscience in the next 5 minutes and see where that takes you.
Don't this hit make my people wanna stop? Don't this hit make my people wanna stop? Don't this hit make my people wanna stop?
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listing.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
There can be only one magical Negro.
Come el tiki que llama que buena baila usted a la vuelta papi otra vez llegó el negro de.
It won't take long when there's a song to help you set the pace.
Howling holler from the heart.
This is pathetic.
Where we used to live.
Life could be worse.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Vai, quebra, tem mais, vai. Menina, chega aí. Vai, olha, danado. Eita!
And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down.
I'm bag of pixie dust. Contraband.
They're going to do the Mary Poppins thing. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Magic mirror on the wall. The fairest one of all.
Oh, bitch, you killed Kenny.
Kenny.
You fat hoe.
I get it. I'm not persecuted. I'm just an ass.
All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lorena Creole, always bring you the spice when it comes to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And this, of course, is the Spice Lounge, where we throw about that hot conversation and spicy topics with zero filter. With what's going out there in the world of pop culture. And I am so excited about our special guest that we're going to have with us tonight. Of course, Paulie of the Latino Slant. I'm going to bring him on in a second. But hey, on the way in, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you heart this stream, especially if you're watching over in Latino Slant. Yeah, make sure you thumbs that up. And wow, do we have a lot to talk about tonight? I win the bet, so a lot of y'all owe me money. Josh D'Amaro has been named the new CEO, or should say incoming CEO of Disney. We're going to talk about that. Some people have been asking your girl about her thoughts, so I'm going to get that on the show. We're also going to talk about that hot kerfuffle mess known as the Grammys. We're going to talk about that. Billie Eilish had eyelash. Either way. I'm sorry, girl does that depressing white girl music. I like angry white girl music like Alanis Morissette. That's what I like. So Billie Eilish, no, kick it to sleep. But anyway, we're going to talk about her, and we're also going to talk about Bad Bunny, and we're also going to talk about it's an interesting casting choice, and I've got Paulie on to talk about it, which apparently It's a movie called Deep Cuts and an actress named Odessa Asian. So we're going to talk about that because I don't feel I'm an authority really to talk about it. So we got Paulie on. So I know y'all like, Lorena, stop talking. Bring Paulie on the show. How you doing, my dear? Oh, you're muted.
What do you mean we, white man?
Who do you mean? What do you mean we?
Yeah, in the words of Billie Eilish, what do you mean we, white man? Wow. Wow. There's absolutely nothing happening in pop culture today. Nothing.
No.
Everything's fine. Everything's good. Everyone's happy. I don't think you can turn your head and someone not be upset about something in pop culture.
I know, right? It's like somebody's got to be outraged about something.
It's wild, man. It's wild, from race swapping to Danica taking swipes at Bad Bunny in the NFL. I mean, this thing is it's fun to watch. It's very interesting, the conversations that come out of this, but
very interesting.
But wherever you want to start, my friend. But thanks for having me.
You know I gotta have you on the show, my dear, because you keep it real, and I swear 9 times out of 10 you'll say something, and I'm like, Lord, yes, same. Or I'll say something, you're like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and to the audience, no, we did not color coordinate.
No,
it just
it just happened. You know what? True story. I'm gonna say this. You're gonna laugh too,
yeah.
Right? So anyway, this one lady, I love her to death. This little lady, she's from Puerto Rico. She's like, I know you must be Puerto Rican because you're dressed in all the same colors every time I see you at church. I'm like,
oh my God.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So that's where my family got it from. Like, gotta be color coordinated. Like, why? No, you have to be color coordinated. I think it's a Caribbean thing because they do it too. They come to church and they all sing color. Anyway,
and they dress up, and they have their outfits, their matching outfits. I was looking for a photo right now, and I put it up the other day of it was a birthday cake, and in the post it said, I asked my baker to write happy birthday in Spanish, and on the cake it said happy birthday in Spanish.
That wasn't Florida, was it?
I don't mean but how apropos is that one? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But I'm so glad to have you on the show, because stuff that we talk about on our channels that other people won't talk about, or they're kind of scared to talk about, but that's okay. We go there. We go there, and we like make it be mine.
Again, like if the bigger channels who are our friends, hey, what's up, John? Want to invite us on to have this talk? It's like I'm all down for it, but it's like when their conversations are just basically a high school level, I have no interest. I just don't have interest in it's just because what happens is I'm sure that those YouTubers are good people, and they're that's one thing, but then what they bring out in other people in their crowds, it's it's low base. Man, I don't want to be a part of that.
Very, very much so. Very much so. And my whole thing is, you know where to find me, but you don't find me. You know where to find us, but you don't want to find us.
Yeah. God bless them. But, it's but it's just the thing with, and it's good. It's good for, that we get people of all different backgrounds that come to your channel, that come to my channel, and, maybe they want to say, well, what's up? What's Lorena thinking on this? What's Polly thinking on this? Because, it's kind of, there's a connective tissue there. And it's like, oh, okay. They either agree or disagree, but at least they're hearing it from us. Not like we're the experts on everything, but it's like, this is where we're coming from. It's our what they call it, our rich and unique perspective. That's all it is.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of rich, we're so glad you guys are enriching the conversation here. We are going to kick this off with a little bit of humor that I have to start off with because there's another story that I have to thank Paulie for actually bringing to my attention. Before I do,
Brother from another.
You already know.
I already know that. I know that. Yeah.
I need this. I need this in my life.
Give it to me.
No, we're not done yet. Not done yet.
Not done yet.
Not done.
Blackness confirmed. You got soul.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, I'm not kidding you. I mean, that's such a great film. But I started a new series on Monday nights called The Brown Side. And it's based off of a little handshake that my dad taught me. Where it's like, give me 5 on the brown side, 5 more in the hole. You got soul. He taught me that. And, you know, but, you know, there's also the Raza Fuerza handshake, but it's all this, you know, it's all, you know, like just, you know, your little ghetto pass brotherhood handshake, you know, you got soul. You got soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do too. I may have to put it on the watch party list because I love it.
Is that John? Is that
that's Eddie Griffin?
No. But the writer, is that Ridley Scott? John Ridley Scott? Let me look it up.
Undercover Brother?
Yeah, I think
I'm
it
not
is.
Sure.
And yeah, John Ridley Scott. You know,
it's like
no.
Yes, we do, Shinotsky. This movie was everybody was laughing.
Yeah.
In this movie, you know, everyone was laughing and everyone got laughed at in the film. It was just absolutely amazing. Yes, Dave Chappelle was in the cast as well. You mess with the fro, you gotta go. Yep. Love this because I think I first saw Paulie put this in the chat, and the reason why I'm doing this because this was why the heck where's my picture of Demond Wilson? We gonna refresh this sucker. Okay, so
this is a global operation.
Never mind. Okay. Oh, anyway, here's a picture I want. Okay, so one of the shows that I used to watch growing up was Sanford and Son. And one of the things that I liked about Sanford and Son, and all of you gonna hate me because the name is escaping me, when his Latino brother would come over,
Julio,
he would come over, right?
Yep.
And I just love seeing her, and they would just greet each other. Him and Lamont would greet each other, you know, like that. And it was the best show of putting people together from all kinds of backgrounds, even people who weren't necessarily in that area all the time, but just how they kind of just happen to congregate there. And I love seeing his character because he was, you know, his father, you know, Fred Sanford, hey, he was a bigot with some stuff because he was a product of his time, and his brother did his son, but like, come on, you can't say that, you know.
Yeah, no, he, you know, listen, he was a product of his time, but at the end of the day, he had a huge heart, and he helped out all his friends of different backgrounds. He just kind of like made fun of Jews, made fun of the Asians, made fun of everybody. You know, when Julio made mofongo, he like, mofo what?
Sangria looked like garbage.
Oh man! Oh, will they take them to the Mexican restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
He asked me what I wanted. I wanted some black-eyed peas.
Right. Well, he asked me what he wanted, and then he sits down, and Julio says to the waiter, says, you know, oye negro, and he's like, what'd you call him? Lamont kind of explains it to him, and then a few minutes later, he's like, hey negro. And it's a Mexican guy he's talking to. It's like, oh, what? Lamont and Julio in the restaurant, yeah.
It was just one of those
Yeah.
shows where, yes, thank you. Yes, at a time when no one was offended. No one was offended. And they even made a spin-off called Chico and the Man. I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, just amazing. And I was saying this is that most of I think now there might be one living member that's still alive, but Gregory Sierra passed away a few years ago. Pat Morita did 7 episodes.
Yeah, I remember him.
And Pat Morita and Red Fox were part of that Blue Moon comedy, circuit. They did nasty stand up. So Puerto Ricans in my house. The Puerto Rican. Yeah, I loved it, man. I loved it. But Lamont, it is not easy to be a straight man. You also have to have timing, and he had it, man. He was wonderful, and but he lived. It looks like he lived a good life. He was a pastor for and he really turned his back from Hollywood because he just didn't like what he saw, and God bless him.
Yeah.
He says it. I came from theater. I was a theater actor. And then they brought me out here, so it was very interesting. If you ever hear some of his deeper interviews, which are all on YouTube, yeah, it's very obvious what he's saying, what Hollywood is all about, and yeah, so good. He led a great life, and he still entertains us to this day.
Yes.
Lamont goes African. I mean, Dabo Jack. If I was it. Because he was talking down to his dad in front of the African lady. He's like, "How dare you? The father is revered in our tribe. You would be beaten." And then Fred Savage said, "Yeah, if I had you in whatever country, I'd knock you out." It's great stuff. I got one more. Because I'm a real Sanford and Son fan, meaning like I have the DVD box sets. I grew up on it. When high school, I was a theater nerd. One of my projects was me and another guy. We reenacted a scene from Sanford and Son. People thought we were nuts, There was one called the Three Wings, and it's basically it's Rollo brings over these guys that play poker, and they take Lamont for all his money, and Fred is warning him the whole time. So they're playing poker in the house, and he keeps kicking out Fred, and Fred always manages a way to get back physically in the house, and he starts singing the song, poured into 3 threes. No one in the house has got less than these, so throw them in, Joe. This little story will save you some dough. So throw him in, Joe. And he kept singing the song. But of course, Lamont doesn't listen, and he loses all his money. But the end of that one was like, "Hey, why don't you go buy some burgers and some drinks for everyone here? And these guys will teach me how to play this game, because I never played this game." Fred, he's feigning ignorance.
Yeah.
Lamont leaves. He's all bummed out, lost all his money. He comes back. The guys have left, and Lamont and Fred has all their hats on, their rings, their jewelry, because he took them to town. And it's like, yeah, they're playing three card Under the Drag and all that stuff. Oldest book in the game, son. Let me show you how it's done. Like, he got Lamont his money back. I love that episode. There's so
many great episodes. I mean, I almost didn't want to, but I bought my father the DVD box set of Sanford and Son for his birthday one year, because he would watch it all the time. Of course, I would watch it all the time too, and I might get claimed for this, but I don't care. Thank you so much for this. Because we need to be reminded that there was a time when we laughed at stuff like this. So here we go.
I'm a nice cold pitcher of sangria.
Ah, gracias, negro.
Gracias, negro. Oh my God.
Oh man.
I call him negro. It's a very common thing. It's a friendly way of talking to each other in Spanish. What do we call ourselves?
You look like no negro to me.
Oh my gosh.
Negro to me.
I have to laugh because I forget which telenovela I was watching on Netflix, and I think it was set in Colombia. And the boyfriend was like, "No, negra, negra, no." And I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Well, it's right. It's interesting because
I got it.
Right in the family, I have you have nicknames of the darker people, where you call Prieto, Moreno, Negro. The güero, or Peca, someone who had a lot of freckles. We had a guy, a lot of freckles, Peca. We got a cholo who lived next door. His name's Pecas because he looked like a Mexican Alfred E. Newman. He had freckles. And that's what we do. That's what most, cultures, and whether it's dysfunctional or not, colorism or not, that's what we do.
Yeah. And no one bats an eyelash.
No one needs trauma. Or a sit-in or a kumbaya to
safe space.
Yeah.
This is our safe space, laughing our ass off.
This is the spicy space.
Yes, very, very. Oh my God, it gets better, y'all. Check it out.
Mr. Sanford, you are going to enjoy this. It is called sangria.
Sangria. Say, what does sangria mean?
It means blood.
But he said it real nice. He says, sangria. Like he was like, senor, hello. He was ready. Oh, what does it mean? It never gets old. I mean, that's like just textbook comedy, physical comedy is spitting out your drink.
I tell you, I love this. I love this show. I love this show so much. Yeah. So much. So R.I.P. Demond Wilson. You will definitely be missed. Definitely been missed. But speaking of things that were missed but are coming back, and frankly, I'm excited about it, probably because I used to watch the show. But of course, the Masters of the Universe live action movie is going to be coming. Empire magazine drop this cover, and I'm going to see the darn movie. There's so many feels. Have you seen the trailer, Paulie?
I did.
Yeah, what you think?
I liked it a lot, and I want to see it. I had seen the teaser trailer of the teaser of the teaser, whatever it was, and I was like, I don't know, it's kind of getting a little too like it's already manipulating our 80s emotions. And then I saw the trailer, I was like, hey, we're gonna have fun. These guys want to end their I hope that they're poking fun at themselves and at this and some of the silliness of our times. That'd be great. But he looked great. I mean, it's Idris Elba, so
I know, right?
And I know people have problems with that, but it's like, guys, we're talking about, I get it, but can we just have a good time?
I know, right? This is Idris freaking Elba, and this is probably done on purpose, but the outfit that he has on is almost like a throwback to his role in the Suicide Squad, which the movie I didn't like, but his character I loved in that movie. But hey, it's Idris. He is all in on the part. If you saw it last week where I ran the video of all the main cast playing with their like characters, like the action figures, Idris was going nuts.
Oh, that's right. They got their that was cute. I saw those really quick. So he really reacted to it. He was like freaking out.
Yeah, they were just loving it. They're just like, look at this! I got an action figure. Look at this! Look at this! Cannot wait to get the action figures. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And yeah, that would have been cool, listless receptionist, but we don't know. that could happen in the final cut. We don't know.
That's a cute idea. That's a fun idea. But he did look great. He did look great.
He did look great.
You know, but our lead guy looks fantastic. That's the most important thing, right?
That's what I was worried about. I'm just
Mhm.
like, please don't whip out on this guy. This is He-Man of all people, you know, of all characters. They need to get him right. And thankfully, they got him right. He bulked up. And even the line in the trailer where he said, I have the power. I was like, you got to say the line. You got to say the line. Say the line.
Are they going to do it? Are they going to do it? I have the power.
And it looked amazing with the shadow of like Castle Grayskull in the background. He looked awesome. Alison Brie as Evil Lynn, I am so much looking forward to. I so hope she nails the part. And yeah, people did take that name. I laughed. I really did. I'm just like, come on, y'all really have a
Oh, the he him?
The he him. That I thought that was funny.
I mean, yeah, also too, then you followed up with someone from HR.
Yeah.
Telling him how, hey, you know, you have your swords. It's very problematic. I mean, that is like telling Adam, you know, that is hysterical. And from what I hear, it's got a lot of good humor in the movie. Someone who saw an early cut. Yeah, it's also, you know, these are really good actors. Alison Brie is a really good actress.
She really is. I'm so looking
I
forward.
could, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I see that evil streak. Absolutely. She's gonna play it up. She's gonna have a good time. And I haven't seen Nicholas's work, but I hear he's a good actor. And you know, he obviously they wanted someone young that probably, you know, could do at least 3 films, and they got it. Good for them.
Yep, that's Alison Brie. Ben Black. I can't wait. Evil Lynn was probably my second favorite character. Of course, He-Man was my favorite, but Evil Lynn, man, the way she would just punk out Skeletor, he didn't even know. She's always messing with him. Oh my gosh. She's perfect. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see how that
Did you see that movie she did last year with her husband? It was a horror film.
Which one?
It's called Together. And they slowly get stuck physically. They slowly start melding together. That movie is crazy.
I will have to look that up.
It is.
I had not heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, it came and went. It came as a total.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think it was someone had bought, like they did it independently, and then they bought it at a deal. It was in the theaters for a couple of weeks, and then we went right to streaming. But it wasn't bad, you know. You know, but I think they either co-wrote it together or something. But she is always doing good stuff. Yeah, a lot of body horror. It's all body horror, dude.
It's on Hulu. Oh, okay.
There you go. So they got paid. They got paid.
Put that on the watch list. Oh, somebody asked if I saw the new Muppet Show. No, I didn't. I'm waiting on that one. Yeah, they just did a revival. Eventually I'll see it. They screwed up the Muppets so bad, Disney did, that I'm not anxious to go and see. I will see it eventually, and let y'all know what I think. But thankful for 80 folks watching.
Wow.
Thank you. So appreciate that.
Were we simulcasting? Are we on X? You on X too?
We are on X, yes. Yes. Simulcast to X.
Nice.
You guys give me so much watch love.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
I love it.
Anyone that's in my YouTube stream, Latino Slant, I have the link to La Reina Crio's page, her channel. Hit that and make sure you are subscribed to La Reina's channel, please.
Absolutely. Well, folks, let's go on to our first topic. Pay up, y'all. As I said, this is going to happen. I said Dana Walden was not going to be CEO, but instead it's going to go to Josh DeMauro of all people. So coming to us from Deadline, Disney names Josh D'Amaro CEO, Dana Walden President and Chief Creative Officer. So let's see. Disney Experiences Chairman Josh D'Amaro has been elevated to CEO of the Walt Disney Company, capping a closely watched multi-year process of identifying Bob Iger's successor. Polly, how closely have you been following who's going to be the next Disney CEO?
Not at all, honestly. More so with the Lucasfilm stuff, but this is weird, right? Because Iger's still staying on for a certain amount of time as a consultant or something like that.
I think so. He's got like 6 months left, I think.
I mean, it might be all just, kind of, just for show, and maybe physically just Iger's, taken off. But no, I haven't. Unfortunately, on this particular, I have heard it from all you guys, but I have not, followed the, all the breadcrumbs. I've been following the Ellisons. I do have intel on the Ellisons, but I can't even share that. I mean, look, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't even say anything. Sorry. I'm gonna DM you right now.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. You know what this means, Lorena? More shape language in the parks. Well, I agree. And why did they get rid of Iger? They didn't get rid of him. Actually, what they did was the board has been actively engaged, or we'll just say, kind of like a shotgun wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Shareholders pretty much had a shotgun to the back of the board of directors. Like, you need to actually pick a CEO instead of, let's see, outstood Bob Chapek on some BS, because we all know it's what it was. Got rid of him. Then you brought Bob Iger back. He never really left. He still had his office there.
Yeah,
now he's going to be in Visor for a year. So who they wound up picking, which was not surprising at all, is that they picked Josh D'Amaro.
Yeah, who is this guy?
This guy, at one time, he was I believe the president of Disneyland, and he had a good reputation. He would actually do like Walt Disney would do. He would go out into the parks, walk around, talk to people, all of that. Eventually, he became, I think, CEO of the whole parks division. And the interesting thing is that even when Chapek was around and kicking and getting blamed for things happening in the park, actually, Josh wound up getting Chapek's old job when he got pushed up to CEO. All of the stuff that even Iger put in place that was just make jacking prices up on stuff, prices on tickets, prices on food, prices on hotels, taking away parking, then had to bring it back, just decline of degrees with the parks. Josh D'Amaro was actually the face of the parks, but if you talk to the pixie dusters, and you all know who you are, it's just like they completely skipped over that, and they either blamed Chapek or skipped over it and blamed Iger. Now, I get it. Josh has a nice face. Josh wears skinny jeans. But for some reason, he is like Teflon Josh. Or should I get not Teflon Don? Yeah, Teflon Josh, pretty much. So he is probably out of all of them the least, I would say, not inflammatory. The least controversial in a way. He's kind of been under the radar. Again, he's been under the radar so good that people wind up blaming the CEO instead of him for stuff that's going on, with the parks and everything. But that's the deal. They've picked him. He's been around with Iger for quite a while. For those who thought that Dana Walden was going to be CEO, no, she is actually problematic. And I say problematic because of, quote unquote, her ties with, Michelle Obama. And she also Don't fact me, check me on that, folks. She also was quoted in an article of saying, because she was, I guess, president over ABC Television, that she said, yeah, we got plenty of scripts that were really good, but it was full of white people, so we couldn't do it. It's like, wait, so you mean to tell me you pass over something that's good television because it doesn't have the right quote unquote representation? Yeah.
I mean, I think we're coming out of that, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. So he ran the parks, the amusement parks?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
yeah.
He was VP at Disneyland, then he was the president of Disneyland, then came over to Walt Disney World, and then got bumped up to Disney Experiences. And now he's CEO. So it doesn't
and he hasn't said anything controversial or any, you know, he kind of stays out of the culture stuff, you know. He stays out of that.
Yeah, for the most part, he's kind of like, you know, I'm always out in the park. There's like a video, and some people will be out there streaming, and they'll see him and they'll say hi. You know, he just likes to press the flesh with the guests. You do not ever see Bob Iger doing that.
I mean, that's good. I mean, Romy and the girls were at Disneyland the other day, and they had an amazing time. And she was saying that the Galaxy's Edge was like on point, you know, and a lot of people were there. She said the merch was getting turned over, so it was like old, kind of more like evergreen merch, and then the new stuff or the other stuff you'd have to walk back to Tomorrowland. I don't know, you know, but you know, because she got me a shirt, but I was asking if they had any of the Mando movie stuff yet. And she's like, no. So, you know, she got me.
Sells.
Yeah, she got me they've gotten me over the years so much Mando stuff, but she got me a real awesome Stormtrooper t-shirt. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Because they have a Darth Vader baseball jersey.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, at least they do at Disney World, which I have.
Oh, you got Disney World? You wear that at Disney World? Okay.
Not yet. It's on my purchase list.
I know. I was like, also too. I'm like, I hope you didn't spend too much. She was like,
don't ask, dear.
Don't ask. But yeah, people were out. She's like, you know, they had like the express pass or whatever. They got the hookup for that day.
Lightning Lane. Yeah.
Yeah. But if he's coming from that, I mean, and you're saying that he's so yeah, this is that's good. I mean, what are people saying about this move?
Well, and I want to bring this up from Dance Like the Kingdom. Tomorrow is part of the problem, so no more Rivers of America, Splash Mountain, and dinosaurs. Well, we'll say I think Iger was part of that for that decision. No, we do not have an no. Splash Mountain got rethemed, or we'll say reskinned, and not in a good way, to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And it is the biggest insult to Creole culture I've ever freaking seen. These people who redid it, well, it was deemed problematic. Okay, they called Splash Mountain racist because of Song of the South, which is a movie that is not racist at all. If you think it's racist, you either didn't see the film or you're living in your own ignorance and you don't want to get out. That attraction was like gangbusters. It was great. You got singing animals. You got a morality lesson in there that you don't mind, learning. You get thrown over a hill with a whole lot of water to the point where Gabriel Iglesias, I love how he said, they call it Flash Mountain for a reason. Okay. You go over the hill, that's called Flash Mountain. Yeah.
I have a photo, but if I present it, does it automatically come up? It's Romy on one of the roller coasters.
I'll bring it up.
Okay, yeah. She said it was absolutely awesome. Because she's like, yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, I'll get up. But like they wanted to rock and roll, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So this is her and her best friends.
Oh, that's Big Thunder, Matt. Yeah.
Okay, she said it was awesome.
Yes, Big Thunder Mountain is awesome.
Yeah, that
It is
was
so awesome.
Saturday. That was this past Saturday. So
For folks who don't know, Big Thunder Mountain is like riding in the back of the school bus for like over 2 minutes.
Oh man. Yeah, it's like eating ice cream. You have to smile. You have to laugh doing this.
You totally have to do. You have to smile, and you have to laugh.
And they had a great time, and they did video of her manning the Millennium Falcon, so cute.
Oh, nice.
She was into it. She was into it. She was into it. Yeah.
See, I love this. I love stuff like this. It's
yeah. One of her friends, the one next to her, lost her dog. The dog passed away.
Oh no.
The one in the foreground, that's her best friend Kim. Sarah with the glasses lost her dog, and she'd been depressed. She, and they took her to Disneyland, man, and she, it was a great day for her. So, so hopefully DeMarco doesn't jack it up.
I hope not. I mean, he's behind the 8 ball because they're ripping out Rivers of America. I mean, it's still there in Disneyland. Disneyland is more of like a local park, so they don't really want to risk pissing people off, as opposed to Disney World, where the money sunk. They're already here and they got you. So they got rid of Rivers of America. What else? Because they're replacing it with Cars. They're getting rid of Dinosaur. They're putting in Indiana Jones instead, which I like that Indiana Jones was exclusively a Disneyland thing, and I've been on it. It's
she said that was great.
It is.
They went on 6 rides.
Oh my gosh.
They were there day and night. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, but so DeMarco, it's kind of like people aren't happy with what he's done under his.
Some people are just like, hey, he'll be good for the parks. He's always in the parks. Unlike Iger, he has his hand on the pulse of what's going on in the parks. Plus, he was the head of Disney Experiences as well. But then you have others who are like, look at what he's inheriting, what's getting, demolished. But also at the same time, and this is what I bring up to people all the time, is that when crap was going south in the parks, especially at Disney World, again, this dude was like Teflon. Nothing would stick to him. It was just like either, oh, well, Iger's doing this or Iger's doing that. I'm like, yeah, but he's CEO. Josh is president of Walt Disney World. Who? I think now Jeff Vail is, but it's like, look where the buck stopped. No one wants to acknowledge that fact. So we shall see what happens. If it's going to be real interesting when he's in here, how he seems pretty comfortable with the crowds. Never seen him at D23. He's very personable. He's got the Steve Jobs look down perfectly, like the black turtleneck and everything.
What was Dana's position before? Because she's now president and chief creative officer.
That is another one. She was Disney Entertainment co-chairman and has been named president and chief creative officer, a newly created role. Well, I can tell you why that was created. With Lucasfilm, instead of naming one successor for Kathleen Kennedy's role, they had 2.
Right.
Yeah. Usually when they can't pick, and they're just like, y'all fight it out, and they'll pick 2. But it's interesting here, they didn't pick co-CEOs, and they created a role for Dana Walden that had never been there before. And someone had told me that the last time Disney had a chief creative officer, that was John Lasseter, who was truly a creative. I don't see Dana Walden as a creative. So it makes me wonder, did they give her that role and have make her stay? I don't know.
Yeah, everyone's got to please their egos.
I think she's getting $24 million a year.
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. You guys let me know in the chat what you think of Josh. I'm gonna call him CEO Skinny Jeans. I really am, because he's always wearing skinny jeans, but we shall see what happens in the meantime. Dana could be a DEI hire. Well, she's already hired. She's been there for I don't know, how long at that level. Not really a whole lot of people, people there. So they don't have much to choose from. And she's kind of made her way up in the company. It's not always DEI, y'all.
Wasn't there a rumor or a theory that they were going to bring in someone from the outside?
That is what was spread around, but from what I read and all the trades and everything, Disney likes to promote from within. Because if somebody came in from outside, they'd be like, "We burning the sucker down and we burn the ground up."
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to lots of folks.
Well.
Yeah, failing upward. It's something else. So yep, we shall see. Your girl will keep you guys posted on what the developments are going to be. I know the next earnings call is going to be lit. Let's see if Josh can give straight answers, because Iger likes to tap dance and do that soft shoe.
Man, all these guys are, when they're probably at this level, they're this super slick talkers. So, but yeah. What were the big Disney flops of the last year? Not counting, because Avatar was a success, but that's co-owned.
Mm-hmm. Avatar was a success.
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch, a live action, that was going to make $1 billion. But then again, people have to remember, Lilo and Stitch, the animated movie, has been out for 25 years or something like that. And Stitch merchandise sells, it sells itself. You can find it pretty much everywhere. And it's usually some of the first stuff to go. So that was already built in. I know Zootopia 2 did a lot of money.
Zootopia 2. Yeah.
The first one was pretty good, and I heard I have to see the second one. I did go see Zootopia together at the Animal Kingdom, and it's a hot, lovely mess. My nieces and nephews loved it, but it really is a hot mess. But I had fun. I really did. I had fun in there. It was fun. But I miss It's Tough to Be a Bug. But anyway, Elio did not do good.
No, it didn't even make the top. It's number 29 in domestic for last year.
No.
So of Disney top 10, you had those that we talked about. Kind of surprising here. Number 8 was Fantastic Four Steps. And then you go in the bottom, the top 20. So this is all pretty bad, right? Captain America, Thunderbolt, Mufasa, Freakier Friday. Oh yeah, Snow White.
Oh man, it must have been really bad for us to wipe our mental data banks.
Oh yeah, Tron Ares. Oh yeah,
that's another one.
That's those are huge ones because of all the money they spent making those films.
Yeah,
I mean, leave it up to Ziegler fans. Once a week, I always get comments in some of the older videos. She has movies. She has upcoming films. She got nothing. She got nothing going on.
You know what? She went and did exactly what you said she should have done, Paulie. Go do theater.
Go do. She has another live concert event set up. Keep doing that.
Yeah, she's got a wonderful voice. You can tell she's is made for the theater. Honestly, she really is. Yes, Dan, I know. I want that Zootopia. It is better than the show, but you know what? When you've got some overeager kids to just get their attention for about 10 minutes, yeah, it did it. Not the best, but like I said, it was family fun. It was family fun. Even if Disney course correct and remove diversity and inclusion from content, folks are still going to complain and be negative. Well, you're always going to have those Eeyores out there, you know? Kind of like they're with the whole everything sucks, nothing's good. Well, I might as well not watch Hollywood. I can do anything good anyway. Okay, y'all stay miserable, my friend. Stay miserable, my friend. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Anything else to say on Mr. Tomorrow before we move on?
I can't get much worse than. You know, it's so funny. As bad as it wasn't it still number one as far as a studio, as far as their numbers?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so crazy how things get skewed, and yet it was the number one. Like, I guess I don't know. But yeah, someone's always going to complain. We'll see how they're what they got coming up for this year does. Mando and you know, Mando is really is, you know, can it resurrect any fire in Star Wars?
We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see. I'm gonna check it out. So hopefully it'll. Well, we shall see. Because if it's anything like season 3, I don't know. I don't know.
Season 3. Oh my God, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? I go away for a minute. I come back and I see Jack Black and Lizzo. I was like, that was terrible. But I think that was the one that season that Favreau stepped back and Kennedy got her hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You know, season 2, it's like it started out weird. It didn't have that, hey, I couldn't wait to see what happened or what's going to be foreshadowed to happen. Like at the end of the season, it's like it started off just boring and I was ready to quit. And then it's like somebody figured out what was going on and hit the gas and they pulled that season out, of course.
Yeah. I think it was like the final 3 or 4 episodes of season 2 was just like spectacular. You had the Robert Rodriguez directed episode. It's good times, man.
Yeah, it was good.
You know, they need to if they're going to bring on Rodriguez or Favreau or any of those guys, you need to let them just really cook. And it was interesting. Have you seen Favreau's Joe Rogan interview?
No, I have not.
It's maybe a month old. It's not old. So when you're driving or whatever you're doing, put it on. It's awesome. And he was talking about working for Disney because he's like, you know, honestly, we had Iron Man, we had more freedom, more creativity. When it became a hit, that's when the suits showed up. That's when, you know, it was not fun anymore. And it's so fascinating, man. That's Favreau saying that. Dang. Yeah. So what I recommend, DeMarco, Walden, you're gonna hire these talented, creative people. Leave them alone. Don't fire them midway too. It's like,
yeah, they know what the people want to see.
Yeah.
No, let them be creative. Exactly as Paulie says. Well, are we ready for some shenanigans?
Let's do it, man. Shoot, we're just getting warmed up.
Ready for some cultural shenanigans. We started kind of mild right now. Now we're about to ratchet it up. Oh, here we go. Coming to us from the New York Post. Billie Eilish seen in public for the first time since Stolen Land Grammy speech. So are you living on stolen land? think it was stolen.
I mean, okay, this is not a new thing, right? In regards to, you know, natives, the native tribes, and the whole idea of stolen land, and we didn't cross the borders crossed us. That is not a new thing for the Chicano circles I've run in, right? You know, for decades. You know, this is like kind of like 101 as far as just kind of like learning about U.S. history, about what really, you know, how stuff really went down. And you're like, oh, wow, that sucked. You know, and in regards to natives and how stuff went down. But this is just a new level of redonkulous. That is, you know, I swear to God, Hollywood white liberal women, they want to be black.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's just it, guys.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's just it. And you know, they got the female thing going, they got the feminism going, but you know, it's not enough. It's not enough. And not only that, they want to head up the fight. See, when I was in college, I was really into the Chicano movement, and it really meant a lot to me. But there was always outside agitators that were just like, all right, nah, I'm not marching with this person. I am not giving my time and energy for that cause. And they were never part of the community. They were never part of the community. Like, we don't see those people walking around here. We don't see them. And for Billie Eilish to say something like this, she has a $5 million mansion on Gabrielino Tomva land. But I'm from LA, dude. You know, these people, they're in their own. It's to say they're in their own bubble is like this is putting it lightly. They truly believe that they are the you know, like they're the future of the that's going to save the planet, and their goofball ideas and their goofball, you know, things that they you know, pray to or bow to. I don't know what. Some of it's yes, some of it is demonic. So you got to look out for that. But this is just stupid. You know, no, she said no one is illegal on stolen land. All right. So,
oh, sorry, go ahead, Billy.
No, and again, it's always been in the artwork, you know, from Chicano artists, and is no human is illegal, and it would have that image of you know, of a Native American, and it has that, and you have that stamp, you know, and it's like, all right, you know, I get it, I agree with the spirit, because you know, this is not new. That's what I was always saying. It's like this type of like ignorance and how certain people were treated. That's not new. You know, people been, you know, repatriated and unjustly deported for over 100 years. You know, this is just a different iteration of it. You either like it or you don't. You either protest or you don't. Whatever it is. That's why I was like, it's not new. I don't like it. You know, ICE has to do their job. I don't like it, but that's the price of being in a free society. You know, I don't like that I have to, you know, stop at a stop sign. A lot of people don't. People do. It's like it's just, and I use that very like kind of rude example, but we all cut corners here. And look at, you come here illegally, undocumented, without papers. You know, it was always like, yo, you know, hey, do your thing. I get it, paisa. You're doing your thing. You know, you're not hurting me. You're working, but you know, you're living in the margins. That's on you. That's what you decided. So sooner or later, someone's gonna, you know, the Pied Piper is gonna call, whether it's Obama or Biden and now Trump. But if I say this, I'm the racist. I'm the sellout.
Yeah.
I'm targeted. Latino slants targeted just for saying what I just said to you guys. And I don't even think half of you guys even agree with me. But I think all of you guys would defend that I can say what I just said. See, the left, what goofballs like this do, it's like you better agree with us or we'll come after you. And that is awful. So that, this is just, performative and silly and just, spoken from a person who really has never, had the type of real world daily struggles that we all do.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm gonna let her. Yeah. Y'all probably like, what she say?
What you say?
Well, it would help if I had that sound on. What the heck happened here? Okay. Well, maybe it didn't like me. Oh, duh. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't usually
refresh it.
I don't usually use TikTok. Hold on a second. Oh, I don't want to agree to your freaking terms and conditions. Y'all suck. Okay, here we go. At least I thought we did.
America is not stolen land. Like most other nations for thousands of years, America was born through conquest.
Go back a little bit.
Time for a history lesson. Before, during, and after the Europeans arrived in the Americas, the natives were not living in some idealistic, peaceful state at one with nature, which was rudely interrupted by the Europeans and Americans. They frequently fought, raided, and seized each other's territories. Take the land of the Black Hills in South Dakota, for example. It changed hands many times between different tribes as a result of war and migration. It was annexed by the United States from the Sioux in the late 19th century. But the Sioux had previously conquered it from the Crow. But the Crow hadn't been there since time immemorial. The Kiowa and the Cheyenne had also been present on that land. And that's before we look at perhaps the most well-known native warriors, the Comanche. These warriors mastered the use of the horse and dominated a vast area in the Great Plains. They attacked and seized the lands of other tribes like the Apache or the Wichita. Their methods were brutal. They slaughtered their enemies' men and took their women and children captive, and were not unknown to use torture. Though sorry, Billy, America is not stolen land. It merely did better what all those tribes could and would have done if they'd had the chance to do it themselves.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Wrong.
You know what?
Tell me.
I gotta agree. I mean, they go through the history like a lot of the Native Americans. Okay, so for y'all who don't know, I'll remind you. I have ancestors who arrived here on the Mayflower. Okay, Governor William Bradford is my 12th great grandfather. When they got on that particular land, which was cursed when they got there, which is why they settled there, no one was around because they had a plague and a whole bunch of Massasoit died. So they were just like, no, we're not hanging out there. They get there, they meet Squanto, they meet the Massasoit Island Indians, I believe. And they're just basically like, you white men have guns. There's this tribe down, a couple miles from us, X, Y, and Z. They keep raiding us. They keep taking our stuff. They keep killing us. If you help us get rid of them, we will tell you how to survive on this land, which you do not understand. And yes, he took them up on that offer. Same thing with Columbus, okay? He arrived in, I want to say, like that near Jamaica, I believe. He arrived there. He meets the Arawak Indians, okay? The Arawaks basically tell them that there is this tribe of cannibalistic Indians called the Caribs. Who were basically kidnapping the people, torturing them, and freaking eating them. And they're basically like, if you can help us out, we will help you out. And that's what they did.
Listen, Lorena, I think what this gentleman did was he painted it over pretty quickly, right? There's a lot of things I could bring up.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's not wrong as far as like the whole argument. But what it says to me is that that's just human nature. We're tribal.
100%.
We're tribal. Whenever I get my fellow Chicanos, when I put up real Chicano based poem or something like that, they'll come in and with the colonizer this, colonizer that. I said, yeah, you're right, but everyone's been colonizing everybody since the dawn of time. It's just what happened the last 400 or 500 years was done so rapidly. It was almost overnight. That's what was so crazy about it. That's all. But it's history, right? It's our history. And now, because we're all American, we all have to own this history. The great movie Oppenheimer. Whatever if you liked it or not,
I did.
It's history. But the government did a lot of dirty things to the local workers there that cleaned up all the radioactive slop. They're all dead. And then their communities, cancer, the cleanup, not done. And yeah, they were all Mexican. You never heard of that story, right? No. So, but I think this is good to bring up. I just think that it was very clear. Now, that being said, it was very clear what the going past Jackson and what Manifest Destiny, what they wanted.
Oh.
And you know what? It is what it is. By any means necessary. They wanted the entire freaking spot. Okay, you can have your reservation here. You can have a reservation there. But we're gonna own the spot. So for lack of better words, it was conquered. And every modern countries now have borders, have laws, have rules.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Mexico. Act like you're acting like here. Go act down there on the border, on the borders of Mexico. And it's brutal. Also, too, go find out how different other countries treat people that come here illegally. We're pretty humane. Now, I'm not talking about the news. I'm talking about like when we round it up and they're put in, the whole process. They're talking about due process. It's all done due process. The majority, it's super humane compared to other countries. Oh my God.
I have heard horror stories about some folks who come up through like Central America, try to sneak into Mexico.
Yeah. So, but going back to this, these payasos here, it's just like, now everyone is an activist. Every singer, every actor, and if you're not, they come after you. Anyways, I'll stop.
And it's just no, and I absolutely love it, because going back, because what you said about Jackson, and I like to bring this up because it's easy for somebody like Billie Eilish and her brother to like smile and say, you're living on stolen land. I had an argument with them. Where was I? I was in Cape Cod because I was doing family research, and of course, every Thanksgiving, so Indian descendants come down and said, "Oh, the Pilgrims stole the land." I was like, "No, they didn't. My 10th great grandfather has a deed and a receipt of purchase for what he done." They're looking at me, and I'm just like, "Oh, well, you're Black. How could you?" I said, you have no idea what my family line is. So you want to make a judgment just by looking at me and determine that. No. That's not what you get to do. And they like people like this. They like to make themselves feel good like this. They like to think that, oh, we're the champion of the minorities and all that stuff. But if you think that, go back and watch that video of the Black ICE agent who asked this transgendered, well, he's a man, trying to be a woman, "Are you a man?" You got so mad he called him the N-word with a hard R. And liberals think that minorities are fine until you don't freaking agree with them. Same with this group too. And it's disingenuous how this guy, or I guess her brother, is like, powerful old white men who are outraged about Billie Eilish's Grammy speech. We can literally see your names in the Epstein files. Do they not know that there's plenty of other people of other ethnicities who were aggravated about her speech? And just like Paulie was saying, the performativeness is what pisses me off. Because remember back in the day, I know I'm aging myself. Back in the day when they would have Grammys, they would have, causes like AIDS research, cancer research, things like that. That pretty much for the most part were pretty okay. A lot of people that were just, things that were causes of the day that people could actually, get behind. And they made speeches, but it wasn't really all that political. But some of it was political, but it wasn't political to the point where they were demonizing you if you did not think like them. And that's the issue with what's going on here. As long as you think like them, it's okay. But if you don't think like them, they will call you every name in the book. I mean, these are the same people who have the audacity to think that all Latinos are the same.
Right. And they only have one experience. And that's one of being, in a victim position, right? And so, I have to save you. No, you don't have to do anything for me. Please don't do me.
Don't help us.
Okay? Don't do me. Yeah, don't do us any damn favors. We're good. We're good.
Dude,
and stop stop polluting our kids' minds, with fantasies. Versus the brutalities and the beauties of real daily life, man. Let the parents, their mentors, foster parents, whatever it is, let them be the influencers for the kids, not celebrities. No way. That is absolutely ridiculous, man.
And if I would have walked out of school for some kind of anti-ICE demonstration, my mom would have beat my ass. Okay. What do you mean you're leaving class and doing something like that? It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. Hello, my friend. Bosco says, Lareina Creole Latino Slant, two of my favorite gente. Well,
hey,
good
Bosco.
to see ya. Good to see you, my dear.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you, my
He'll
dear.
be on Friday nights on the Slant, once a month with Fletcher. Yeah, they've been doing once a month on Fridays. It's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Nice. Well, hopefully he will be on the show here next week.
Awesome. See, the problem with this, with all this performative stuff, is that there's actual real problems, right? There's actually real problems of immigration reform. Which there should have been some adults in the room with Trump that disagree with the presidency, but let's work together. But this is not. This is what the left has. Like the other side, that's how we're going to argue. Is that we're going to get in the way of law enforcement? Are you kidding me? They don't. You touch a law enforcement. You touch a cop when they're trying to do their job.
I can tell you don't watch Cops.
No.
We know.
No, when I back in the day when I was acting up, it was just more of an ego attitude. It's like, and I was drinking. God, it was like in my 20s, but the short end is that, my attitude landed me in the tank for like a night. But that was all on me. And whether it's a stop, you get stopped for a tail light or I did get a speeding ticket recently. I was in Arizona, got a speeding ticket. Listen, whatever. He was very nice to me. I was very nice to him. Got the ticket. That was it. Boom. It's like, I'm not going to talk back. There's no need for that. But what am I going to do? Get out of my car and start protesting you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this law. I don't like this law. I should be able to go 5 more miles than what it says up there.
It's just like these.
I'm sorry, I kind of went off there, but Lorena, there is a real problem of immigration reform that neither side is comprehensively, figured out. What Trump is doing is this a deterrent, and what's good about that is that, okay, it's less people dying on the border. It's less people being trafficked on the border. That's good, but it doesn't solve anything. You still got people here. You're not going to get all the millions of people. You're just not.
Nah.
So, but then you have ass clowns like this, and then, people on the streets. I'd prefer that you take that energy and go run for office, or go and really, be a part of the local legislation, statewide, whatever, but not running your dang, motorcycle into a crowd of cops. You caught a case, and you're done. Anyways, I'll shut up.
Yeah, fool around and find out. That's exactly what's going to happen. Going Shogi, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my dear. Let me hit you up. All right, thank you. Says Billy looks like the kind of tired sleep doesn't fix. I don't understand the appeal of this chick, but she gets up there, she runs her mouth, just like how it's the Grammys. I swear, it's like they all come out and say just the most outrageous stuff, like Shabuzi, I forget who he is, but he is a quote unquote Black country artist. Also one who does not make the distinction, between, well, one, he didn't make this distinction between legal and illegal immigration, but he also didn't make the distinction that he's Black who happens to be American, which is not the same as having your family here for centuries and you're Black American. And he stepped in that. And now he's basically getting ratioed on X, and to come up with this half-ass, well, I might have offended because we are Black, we are Black Americans. It's like, no. Let's make the distinction here. You are an immigrant. Your parents were Nigerian. And I can't remember if he was born here or he came here as a kid, but either way, you are an immigrant.
Well, he's the first generation. If he's first generation.
He's first generation. Okay.
If he's born here, he's first.
If he's born here, yeah. It's like that's different as opposed to Black Americans who've been here for centuries, like my family has. And we weren't all enslaved. Some were, some were not. But the fact that you couldn't make that distinction, that's what people are pissed off about.
Yeah, what's incredible is that if you go to those immigrant parents, whether Black, white, Latino, I guarantee they're all going to say, I don't want my kids to be doing what I'm doing. I want them to actually succeed in life and be better than I was. Why do you think I'm sacrificing? That's the American dream.
That totally is.
There's a reason why my mom left East LA. And now me and my sister have, the careers and the lives and the opportunities that no one in our families at that time had. They're very poor. But she broke that chain just by, hey, I gotta go. I don't like it here. But that's where else in this world can you do that? We can still do that.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. I think that's it. It's that thing too, where it's like, I love all my cultural ties, and I'm very proud of it. But I'm equally as well as I got to be as equally proud of being American and what brings us all together. That's why I love traveling the States. See, I think Americans don't even travel our own country. That's why we're like, what? People speak Spanish? What? What? Black people do what? That's like, really? You guys got to get around your own country. Forget being the ugly American.
Just lean into it.
Come on.
Just lean into it. Go other places. See how people live. see how people communicate. But Paulie, like you were saying, the thing that tied us all together is being American. Like some idiot on X says, can you explain to me why over half of the ICE agents are Hispanic? I said, that's because you have Hispanics who have been here for centuries, and some who are first generation who are just like, no, we're Americans. We're just letting just anybody in here. As we can talk about each other.
I saw that tweet, right? Because they, and it was like low level, like hanging fruit, high school level.
Rage bait.
Like, can someone explain to me? It's like, you want the real honest truth?
Yeah.
U.S. Latinos are very patriotic. They could be conservative when it comes to family and religion, and they're in law enforcement. They're in the military. They always have been. It's not new. My grandfather and my great uncle, they fought the Battle of Manila. It's, like, spare me. There's millions of stories like us. Millions. So that's the short answer. I mean, and I could, like, my cousins, they're firemen, they're cops, they're ex-military police, all that stuff. Oh, well, they're just tío tacos. They're sellouts. They want to be white.
Don't make me laugh.
I see that every. That's all you get. Well, because like they came out with the numbers of the ICE agents that are like predominantly U.S. Latinos. Wow, they just want to be white.
Well,
they couldn't just maybe want to like take care of their families.
Yeah. And protect what's theirs.
And maybe believe in their country. I don't know. Is that a bad thing?
I don't think it's a bad thing. And that never used to be a bad thing in this country. As a matter of fact, that used to be the thing. You're so and so, you're from here, you're from there, you're from there. What did you bring to eat? And we're all Americans. And that's what makes this darn country great. There's been so much talk of people saying how crappy this country is. If this country is so crappy, why are people dying to get here? I don't understand that. And for people who are just like, oh, well, you're just talking about Mexican being illegal. No, I'm talking about illegal Haitians too. Because I could say that. All right. There's plenty of Haitians who I know who have come over here legally, who have families, who have sacrificed, who have built businesses. And now you're going to let a bunch of illegal ones from that country. Yes. And it is a crap hole country. I will say that. I got beef with Haiti ever since they kicked out my Creole ancestors from the Haitian Revolution. We were not welcome there because we either had the nerve to either have French blood, or if we had Spanish blood, we had to go over to the other side of the island, known as Dominican Republic. Okay.
But the stinger is too is that we need that labor. And that's what I mean. That's the real problem. Is that
is the real problem.
That's the real problem.
Labor. How many of these countries, and that's something Republicans will talk about, is y'all addiction to cheap labor.
Well, because they want it. They actually don't want them. They don't want to make them citizens. They want them undocumented. Do the work and get out of here. Come back. Do the work and get out of here. Come back.
Then that's it.
But it's not news. This migration of work is like 200 years old. The fuck, that's what blows me away. But maybe, okay, well, this is my education. I don't know. But, that's the real problem. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. No American male is going to do that type of work. It's not a slight. It's just we work different now.
And that's the point. Work different. There's jobs that people do when they first come to this country. Because I had classmates who their parents were like immigrants fresh off the plane, not the boat. Fresh off the plane from like Korea and China. Okay. They were just like, we are working hard, so you kids can do better than we did. We expect for you to do better than we did.
And everything we're talking about here, guys, with you guys and Lorena, all this, we're exercising our free speech. This is beautiful. This is not fascism, guys.
No. It's called an honest freaking conversation.
Right. Whether we're right or wrong. We could be totally wrong. We could be the biggest idiots. Polly, you're wrong, man. All right. Well, I'm wrong.
Okay.
Am I right? Am I right to be wrong?
Ice Agent and gay. You know what? I don't think you know exactly how many conservative gay people are.
Wait, hold on. I saw someone ask on Reddit how someone could be an Ice Agent and gay. Half the outrageous against the story is the one. Hey.
Oh my gosh, that'd be funny.
Been gay men in law enforcement fighting for our country since there's a country.
Yeah. They're stealing our jobs, but I don't
want to do the job.
You know what? I'll never forget Vincente Fox, and we're going to get into Bad Bunny a little bit in the last story. I remember, and this is paraphrasing, because when I heard it, I was like, yeah, but he didn't have to say that. When someone asked Vincente Fox about illegal immigration coming from Mexico, right? You know what this dude said?
What did he say?
He said, and I'm paraphrasing, you need illegal immigrations to come there because Mexicans will do the jobs that even black people don't want to do.
Oh. God, you know what? Listen. We gotta move on because I think I got like 25 minutes left. Because that'll take me down a whole different route. Because that's a nerve between Black and Latinos, and that's real, and that should be talked about. But I think that a lot of it's fantasy meant to divide us.
That's exactly it. Why
Romy just yelled out. Romy just yelled out. What's that, baby? Some complete fantasy.
Total fantasy.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think they come up with this term people of color? To keep us all in one homogenous group because it's easier to control.
But we're also men too, so we have our fucking egos and we get real macho with each other. We're human, right?
Yeah,
but let's go on, my friend.
I have to laugh at this before we get to Odessa. Bad Bunny's message to the Super Bowl: you don't have to learn Spanish. Okay, so I have to laugh at this because in a good way too. First of all, I live in Florida. Okay, Spanglish is spoken here, so you understand at least half of it. Okay, what's going on? And it's not uncommon for people to switch from Spanish to English. It's to the point now where some ladies are talking to me in Spanish, and I know exactly what she's saying before I even know that. But I do not get the outrage over this. People complaining that he's singing in Spanish. When you go to the opera and they're singing in Italian, are you complaining that they're singing in Italian?
Okay. Guys. People got really upset. People got really upset when they announced that he was going to be the Super Bowl guy. Then they got more upset when he said on Saturday Night Live, we all have 4 months to learn it, but I believe in you. They got so upset. They got so upset that this turning point has created a alternative performance halftime with Kid Rock as a headliner. Kid Rock, a white rapper. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's loose.
I'm just saying that is loose. And then they go after the character of Bad Bunny and what he says in his music, and he wears dresses. Look at some of the lyrics from Kid Rock. What are we talking about here? Now he said, hey, dude, you don't have to learn Spanish. We're going to have a party. What's the big deal?
This is what I don't understand. Okay, and again, this is me. Okay,
Yeah.
what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I'm used to when you go to the club, you hear this mixture: rap, reggaeton, a whole bunch of other stuff. I have very limited Spanish, but I don't freaking care because the beat is rocking. Okay, and for people who are like, I don't know who Bad Bunny is, your kids know who Bad Bunny is.
The world knows
The
who Bad
world
Bunny is.
knows who Bad Bunny is.
And that's why the NFL grabbed him.
Exactly.
You know, another great barometer is when you're invited to like different people's parties, whether like they're maybe a quinceañera or some sweet 16, and the music that they play, and different generations get up and dance to, you know, what's the big song, honey? Un, dos, tres, cuatro.
Why do
sas? Man, we get down.
I know
That's a fun one. Have you seen Bad Bunny's live show that he created this past year, his residency? It is
You showed me a video of that, and I'm not surprised.
It is
I'm so not
amazing.
surprised. And here's another thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you are aware, but there is a huge crossover between
listen.
Bad Bunny's music and hip hop.
Listen, and you know, Barry, who's my dude, I love Barry. He said, I'm not gonna watch Super Bowl. That's your right.
Yeah,
totally
don't.
Cool.
Yeah.
Totally cool. Don't. Everyone's got that's fine. That's one thing. But to say, so there's one thing, you might not like Bad Bunny, but then the argument starts going into the culture.
Yeah.
That's where you lose me. That's where you lose me. Because I've been speaking jacked up Spanish since I was a kid. But English is a bastard language.
It is.
Right? You guys don't even know it, but you guys speak broken Nahuatl every day.
It is.
You speak broken Nahuatl every day. Let's do it now. Do you guys know the word tomato? Everyone's gonna say yes, right? How about the word avocado?
I know where you're going with this, but I'm not saying nothing.
How about the word coyote? They're all Nahuatl words. That's what we gave to the world. That's what they still give to the world. And it's beautiful. And in our English, we took tomatil and made it tomato.
Mm-hmm.
We took aguacate and made it avocado. We took chile and it's still chili. You guys get where I'm coming from. This is silly.
Do you know, and the Floridians will know this, where did we get the word hurricane from?
Yeah, the Tainos. But my point is that, you know, well, it's a football. It's America. It should be in English. Who says? Why do we have, when everyone's fighting over being, you know, entertainment and cultural gatekeepers? Why are you gatekeeping that?
Because it makes certain people uncomfortable. Case in point, to add to Paulie's case, I bet you nobody's bitching about Kendrick Lamar's performance from last year.
Oh, they.
I've never seen so many chuds spurge out at the same time. It was like a bunch of voices cried out in outrage and then were suddenly silent. Never heard.
But Barry says we need some rock at the Super Bowl. I actually agree with him.
Get some good ones.
Get a good rock. Why not?
Good.
Why not Metallica?
Oh my God, I would. You bring a hair band there? Because that was the era when rock music was all about a party, not whatever the heck it is now.
Aerosmith.
But Aerosmith would work.
Well, you know why they would work is because they played arenas. That's why the Stones were so good. The U2 was great. That's why Prince was so good, because they play arenas.
Mm-hmm. And they know what people want to see when that happens. But yeah, you had people complaining saying, "Oh well, Kendrick is mumbling." I'm like, you need to open your ears up. because that whole thing was patriotic as I don't know what. You had Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam.
I mean, it was a layered, very layered performance of so much going on there. That's one that you keep. Yeah, well, I think Bruno Mars was great, bro.
I like Bruno
Go
Mars.
rewatch the Bruno Mars. It is not easy to sound good on the Super Bowl. But anyways, I'm very curious to see how the ratings go. I do know that the press, there was a line to get into the press, and one guy said, "I've been covering this for 23 years. There's never been a line for the Super Bowl halftime." It was Bad Bunny's press conference. So this thing that you're seeing here, there was a line just to get in of press people. So this is a big deal.
Wow.
It's a big deal. And you know what? You're promoting a great sport. And you got the Patriots and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And yeah, they all got their politics. I get it, man. But last halftime sucked. Well, I don't even remember. Oh, you didn't like it.
You didn't like it. It's okay if you didn't like it. My issue is people bringing up cultural nonsense when it comes to that.
Well,
and it's just you made it. Well, some people felt very comfortable to basically get a little bigoted with that.
I had a couple people that we know reach out to me. Polly, what's Serena doing? What is that dance? Polly, what's? And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's this is where it's going on, and the kids do this, and here's another iteration of that. Oh, thank you so much, because they had no idea, and that's okay.
Yeah,
but they're from a different part of the states. Anyways,
so they don't know. So yeah, get out there, look around. It's gonna be a party. Matter of fact, it's probably gonna remind me of parties I went to in Miami. We're not gonna talk.
Wait, you went to what?
The parties in Miami. Yeah. Latin club parties, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So let's talk about this because I have zero insight into this. I saw it come up. I saw people talking. Apparently, a bunch of Latino actors signed a letter. So I have no idea kind of what's going on here. And I have seen you comment and basically saying in a nutshell, it's not what you think it truly is, what the true issue is. So just kind of give us some education, so to speak, on what's going on.
Yeah, the actress Odessa, I don't even know what's her last name. From what I hear, is a really good actor. She was in Marty Supreme. I still haven't seen Marty Supreme. That's her. She's of Jewish descent, and she went in and auditioned for a role in a movie called Deep Cuts, and with the same director, Safdie. So he liked her so much, he's like, "Will you do this other role though? I'll just give it to you." She's like, "Yeah, great, cool." And the role is her name is Zoe Gutierrez, and she's described in the book as being Mexican and Jewish, living in San Francisco. So we don't know if she's third generation immigrant, whatever, but I just did a quick background on the character in the book. Her ethnicity and her religion don't play any role in the book. But what does is her agency, meaning like what the character, like a fully fleshed, multi-layered character does in this story. And I'm like, oh, she does a lot. This is a great character. Okay, that's one thing. So she gets cast. And someone on Reddit had asked the novelist, I don't know how they got a hold of the novelist, saying, "Hey, this, congrats on Odessa. The character's Latina. Are you going to be rewriting it?" And that's what I'd sent you, those photos. And the writer said, "It's already done. It's written it's been written out in the script."
Paulie, can I show these? Or
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
public. And
Okay.
right. So set the star, do cuts, Zoe Gutierrez alongside these other actors. And they asked the author, and the author said, I think the next one, you have her answer. And I'm
Mhm.
paraphrasing, but the author says, yeah, there it is. Yeah, blow it up a little bit. Surely it will be rewritten, which happens all the time. She's not wrong, right? Roles get rewritten all the time, especially if they were somehow a little bit, if the ethnic background is not really important, but you got a star, we're just gonna rewrite it. You're now Fernando Valenzuela, That's a joke. But it happens all the time. And she also says that in the book, Zoe's half Mexican and half Jewish.
Mhm.
But in the script, it's not specified. Also, this is what she said: I have nothing to do with casting. So the author, the person that created these roles, in one swipe says, happens all the time, write it out. I had nothing to do with the casting. I'm out. I got paid. I'm out. That's the author's response to me asking about Odessa casting. So have a good night, brother. Take care. God bless, Barry. He's taking off. God bless you, brother. Love you, man.
Hi, Barry. Thanks for being here.
Make sure you
Appreciate it.
subscribe to Lorena. So that's when I got a hold of this, and I was one of the first persons to go with this. Was like, the more that this happens, the more mindless race swaps Hollywood will do to course correct, guys. Were any Latino actors that fit this description ever seen for this role? If he's giving it out like the way he gave it out, no, none. And that's his right. He can do whatever he wants. But then the shitstorms happened. And a lot of Latino publications, including myself, spoke out about this. I was coming at it more from actors who fit this role. Were they given the opportunity to be in the room? I want if a role is descriptive to where Romy fits that role, we know Romy's she's got the everything else, right? The talent, the training, everything. But she can't even get in that fucking room because you're doing your thing and then you claim DEI. Come on. So we're already dealing with an unfair system where, nepo this, and it's like, I'm just going to rewrite it for you. John Ridley, I brought up John Ridley earlier. He had a major fallout with David O. Russell, who rewrote the character Three Kings, who was black, rewrote it for George Clooney. And John went ballistic. And he did Brother from Another, and he's done a lot of other things since then.
Mm-hmm.
So this happens in Hollywood all the time, but it's always one way, Lorena. It's always one way. Why? And that's what I was bringing up. Anyways, you had 100 Latino celebrities, so-called. They did the letter and all this stuff. And then now Odessa, she left it. She's like, I'm not this. I don't want, this is not me. I'm out. Which I don't know if that was the answer either. What's done is done. You certainly could look the role. It's a little bit of a brown face because you're extra tan nowadays. If you looked at her from a couple of years ago, she didn't have dark hair, and she had much lighter complexion. But she's a rising star. You want to work with your rising stars. I get it. But this is how Hollywood works, man. And you're not even greenlighting great stories that happen to have Latino backgrounds. It's like, fuck, man, let's just go do our own shit, and it's disappointing, but it's not shock. I'm not shocked at all. It's just disappointing.
I mean, for me, it's like I've seen this. It sounds cliche, but I've seen this movie before. Because I talk about what happened with Black actors in Hollywood. You know, you'd have, you know, Eddie Murphy would get a role here or not. He seemed like he was the rising star, but it always seemed to be just one. They may be like just one Black person in there. And it's just like, what the heck is going on? And you know, it's like that's what we want. Of course, with casting agents, they'll bring in whoever it is that they want and keep those out. It's like, how come, you know, more Black people aren't getting cast in films? And you had a group of people, and some of them are kind of like this today, where they're just like, well, why we don't have to have Black people in our movies, which is true. You do not. However, if you're trying to break into a market, of course you want to capture the market, so to speak. But Hollywood shut the doors. So what happened? Black filmmakers had to go, and they just said, you know what, screw it. We are doing our own thing. So when you saw movies come out like Boys in the Hood and make a crap ton of money, not just from a Black audience, but just like a wide audience. Reginald Hudlin with the House Party movies. Eddie Murphy when he came out with Coming to America. Once those films started to make money, then Hollywood's like, okay, I guess we'll co-opt it. I guess you're bankable. But for the longest time, the only parts that Black actors would get that they would be relegated to: maids, cooks, hookers, pimps, perps.
See, and that's another thing that bugged me about this, because I'm like, oh, this is actually a Latina character, not in a victim state of portrayal. All the more reason to like get maybe a Paulina Chavez from Landman, who looks just, yeah, she'd be great. But what a great role. And when I say this, I mean, in modern years, right, in the last 25 years, this has happened a lot. Elizabeth Banks plays a Tijuana upscale Mexican in Seabiscuit and marries Jeff Bridges. It's a Mexican. Elizabeth Banks. Jennifer Connelly plays an engineer in A Beautiful Mind, marries Russell Crowe. She's from El Salvador. That's a real person. That's a historical, real person. Jennifer Connelly. It's always one way.
I tell you. Thanks, Club Babylon, for subscribing. I sure appreciate that. Thank you.
Make sure you subscribe to both our channels, not just mine.
Yes.
Here, let me make sure. But thank you, Club Babylon.
Thank you.
Head on over to it's pinned. Lorena's channel is pinned in the video in our live chat. Everyone in our live chat is on the slant. Get on over now to Lorena Creole.
Thank you, Jennifer. Hola, good to see you. Yeah, you're talking about this only being one way, and I have noticed that it's because it's not genuine.
And listen, I wouldn't be telling the truth if there hasn't been. Okay, as well. Yeah, those were games. Yeah, man. And the Wayans gave one of my mentors back in the day, Rick Nahara, a chance to write on In Living Color. He was the first Latino to write in Living Color. It was huge for us. That's the Wayans, man.
Wayans, they changed the game with In Living Color.
Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah. Make sure you all subscribe to all our channels. This has been awesome, man.
Yeah, this has been an absolutely great time. Just to make a point real quick. I know some people are like, well, how come, they don't race swap the other way? Well, one, because they don't have the guts to do it. And two, they don't really mean that argument. They really don't. Just like I had someone tell me, well, oh, what if they made Black Panther white? I said, do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I would love to see Bucky as Black Panther, but y'all are not serious. You're just not. You're really not. It's like asking somebody, would you be upset if Othello was cast as a white man. Well, they already did that. Patrick Stewart actually did that in a play where they reversed, where they reversed the races with that. But when people aren't,
I mean,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
they're good. They're fun memes, guys. I see, guys. We've seen the memes. Gosling as Black Panther.
Mhm.
It's fun memes. Yeah. Hollywood's woke. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, it's crazy. Again, though, it's not the answer. It's not. But it still happens where it's just odd that happens, as far as like Ben Affleck playing a Mexican in
Mhm.
Argo. The guy is a Mexican American. Argo, Ben Affleck. But on the flip side, it's Ben Affleck. He's a big star. It ain't gonna get made with, I get it. But it's good to see some changes, and a good example of inventive casting is Frankenstein that came out this year. Oscar Isaac, he's Guatemalan American. He played Victor Frankenstein. He was incredible.
He was amazing.
But if you buy it because he's got that palette, he's got that look, ethnic ambiguous, so it can work. Some things just won't work, and I get it. You got the Lupita's Helen of Troy. It's like on paper, like what are you doing, Nolan? I got to see what you're gonna do. Some people are just calling it a woke DEI hire fest. Prove them wrong, Nolan.
Yeah. What it all comes down to is the audience going to buy it or not? I mean, I'm thinking, why the heck do people want to see a movie about, well, they already know the ending to it. And it didn't really seem to have that big, sweeping, epic feel to it. So it's like, okay, no one's going to do that. But here's what you have to remember. Who are you to tell someone what their creative vision is? And that's what it boils down to. If I want to remake The Wiz as a kung fu epic, that's my business and my producer's business to do. But at the same time, it's also up to you as the audience whether or not you are going to support it or not. If enough people go and see Nolan's movie, guess what? Boom, you got an audience for it. Whether you like Lupita or not. Either way, the casting direction is up to you.
I don't know the vision. Yeah, and I don't know the vision of what Nolan's doing, but he's doing it like from top to bottom. So I'm like, well, this is going to be really interesting. I hope it works. It definitely sounds like something that would be more like a theater vision, like a retelling. But there's been so many tellings of this, so it's like, okay, it's something
Here's
different.
One more. I mean, is it going to be better than Troy? I don't know, because I like Troy.
Troy is great.
Troy was awesome. Great. Well, folks, we have got to wrap up for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And I want to thank Paulie so much for coming on the channel. Cannot wait to have you back on, my friend, and can't wait to pop on your channel sometime soon. So what do you have going on? Let folks know about.
Oh, tomorrow we're live with a filmmaker, Cuban-American filmmaker. He's got his new film called The Old Man and the Parrot. And it's a comedy. What's cool about it is debuting at the Slam Dance International Film Festival. We're going to go to it because it's happening here in LA later this month. He's coming on tomorrow to talk about his film, to talk about filmmaking. So
nice.
Come on by. That's what we do.
Definitely drop on by Paulie's channel. You are missing out on so much if you are not subscribed to him. As for your girl, let's see. I will see you all on Sunday for Welcome to Florida. It is Black History Month, so guess what? You get to find out about my family's history in Florida. And we're going to start out with the first free Black settlement in the Americas, actually funded by the Spanish government. We're going to talk about that story because you don't hear about it, and it makes a hell of a movie. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much again. Make sure you're subscribed to Paulie. Make sure you are subscribed to me, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Adios.
All right, everyone. Let's tidy things up.
Autobots, start your engines.
Not under the rug.
We'll keep singing without fail. Otherwise, we'd spoil it.
Ready, Prime. Let's roll.
Hosing down the garbage pail and scrubbing up the toilet. Ooh.
That's all, folks.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.